வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. Today, September 20th, 2020, Monday evening, it's our pleasure to welcome you all to the online satsang in English of World Community Service Center and your IT team. Today, we have Sky Senior Professor C. Satyamurthy Sir with us to deliver the speech on the topic of Want Harmony in Family. Senior Professor C. Satyamurthy Sir has a rich experience in the professional field. He was with Department of Space (GOI) under Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Had worked for corporates like L&T, Fab Missions, etc. He is with Sky Yoga System since 1989, servicing for last 32 years all across the world to promote Sky Yoga. Professor is one of the powerful orator, engaging all audience with his eloquent speech. His programs on stress management and improving quality of life are quite popular amongst public, corporate, and Sky aspirants. At present, he is nurturing a residential training institute called VETRI, Vedatri Educational Training and Research Institute at Hosur, affiliated to the World Community Service Center. He is also the managing trustee of Bangalore Malleshwaram Sky Trust. Let's get ready to listen the divine speech. Want harmony in family. Over to you, Professor. Be blessed by the divine.
Be blessed by the divine. Salutations to Guru Vedatri Maharishi. My pranams to those who are instrumental in bringing the Zoom and those who are very sincerely operating the Zoom and those who are participating today in the Zoom. My pranams once again to your parents, those who are instrumental and propelled you here to learn Vedatriyam, to live and lead a blissful life. The purpose of life is the realization of self. Going back to the origin, from fractional consciousness to total consciousness. So this is what is the purpose of life. To achieve the purpose of life, harmony in family is very, very essential. That is why Swamiji has introduced this harmony in family, a subject in our introspection level courses. So now, want harmony in family? Let me share my knowledge and experience gained over a period of time with the Swamiji's teachings. Okay. The defined family. When you go to a dictionary, when you look at it, the dictionary will say a group consisting two parents and their children living together as a unit. And little further, when you go to another dictionary meaning, a basic social unit consisting of parents and their children considered as a group, whether dwelling together or not, the traditional family. And today it is all gone beyond, a single parent, single mother and things like that. So let us not bother about it. That is all, a percentage is very, very nominal and minimum. So now what Swamiji says in a definition of a family. In a family, husband, wife, from 26 years to 65 years. And the youth, boy or a girl, up to 25 years, until they acquire physical and mental skills to graduate themselves to a family life. So till such time, they are one with the family here. And the old people, the father and mother, the husband and wife, or the grandfather or grandmother, they're living they together, and physically and mentally challenged or handicapped, or with them. This is called a unit, a family. And little more further nowadays, it is all some pets together. So pets and even a single sense plant is also, a few of them is a part of the family. Okay. So now to have a harmonious life, a harmony in family, who has to take the lead role? Swamiji very clearly says, the one who takes the leading role should and must have an earning capacity and an enough experience for a harmonious living. Okay. So in that case, husband and wife are they have the earning capacity, they have the experience. The youth, they don't have both earning capacity, they are not earning yet, and they don't have an experience. And the old people, father and mother, they have the experience and they are not earning, but they are not scared of spending their money. They want to protect their resources till their last breath. Okay. So again, the grandfather and grandmother and the physically challenged, they don't have. Maybe the grandfather or grandmother, they have the experience, but that experience at today's lifestyle, people, the youngsters are not ready to accept. So they are also not fitting in this earning capacity and experience for a harmonious living. So now, who has to take the responsibility or the role to head the family? Head of the family is now lies on the husband and wife. And they are responsible. And moreover, they are in youth. So they have responsibility to run the family as per the system, and they have their duties to be delivered, and they know the problems of the family members, the rest of the family members, and they have to solve the problems as and when it arises, and they like to guide the young ones and the old ones also. They like to take care of them. So the head of the family, what Swamiji says, the husband and wife, or the head of the family. Now, if the head of the family is husband and wife, so for harmony in life, a friendship is essential. So for that, the social system, they made men and women together to fulfill one's needs and to exchange their thoughts and ideas, and to share and care, to obtain advice, to share the happiness and sorrow, to purify the impurities. A life partner is required. How the life partner is made? By marriage. See, before marriage, you just go back to your own lifestyle. Before marriage, a male and a female from a different family, with a different background, with a different emotions. So they see each other through maybe a matrimony or through an elders. They look at it, and then before marriage, just fixed. You know what they? The male The boy says, no, she is fair. She has long hair. She looks to be intelligent. She is educated and coming from a good family. And she is a little emotional. It doesn't matter. I will manage. Then she says, no, he is tall, fair, lot of hair, well built. All these positive qualities they see. And I was told that he is a little angry person, but somehow I will manage. Don't worry. So they get into a knot. They accept each other with these problems, with this emotional background. They accept each other. So each has what the other has not. Anger, worry, all that, tall, fair, short, intelligent, all these things. Each has what the other has not. Now they accept it. Now the marriage is made. Now the love and respect continues. They love each other and they respect each other. When the love and respect continues, they would like to have a child. Now, what they will discuss, when they want to bear a child, no, they will discuss each other. No, I want a child, without anger. No, immediately he will say, no, I don't want the child to be worried like you. Then she will say, I wanted a tall, fair like you. Then he will say, no, you are like, long hair with a healthy woman, but I have a little asthma inherited from my parents. I have a little asthma, he will say. But she will say, yeah, I remember that on the one day when you are suffering in asthma, oh my God, the wheezing, I could not even think of it. So our child, a flawless child without disease, with all positive qualities. So they accept all these things. They are ready to produce a flawless child. Now, each completes and is completed by the other as per Ruskin. So each has what the other has not before marriage. Then after marriage, the love and respect continues. Each completes and is completed by the other. So they want to produce through their DNA. Say 11th chromosome, it consists of health issues. So he has got that asthma. So what she will say, well, I don't want a child to have asthma. So now the 11th chromosome, from that men should drop, and the 11th chromosome, out of the 23 pairs of chromosome, the 11th goes and merges with the original. So the child born is without asthma. So like this, when the love and respect continues, each completes and is completed by the other, they produce a flawless child with all positive qualities. So that is why they say marriages are made in heaven. So each has what the other has not. Each completes and is completed by the other. So with this understanding, now let us proceed to have a harmonious life. So Swamiji says, to have a harmony in life, the husband and wife both should understand the purpose of our life. That is to understand the purpose of life is God realization. It's very, very important. And the second one is accept. What to accept? Accept the people, the rest of the people in the family as they are, number one. And the incident and the accident as they come to you, accepting. It's a divine judgment. So based on our karma, the incident or accident comes. So you should accept as a divine judgment. And the third, I accept, you must say. Then the third one is practice. What to practice? Modify your lifestyle to suit for the family members without affecting or deviating from the God realization path. So here, many people, when I conduct this harmony in family, sir, I'm practicing, sir, but still I'm not able to do it. Practice makes a man perfect, sir. I'm doing it. Oh, I will ask them, you must practice whatever you have learned. in Sky system or wherever it is, all your practices, you must do it in your time, not in others' time. You know, most of them, they make mistake. They normally, their usual time is to get up at 6. They start as soon as they get up, they're sick, they start doing their exercise, meditation, they consume 1 hour. By the time the rest of the family members would have also got up, they were waiting for a cup of coffee. It is supposed to be your duty. So then what is left? Harmony is lost. She started going to Sky system. I don't get my coffee on time. She's closing her eyes and sitting. So practice must be in your time. Instead of getting at 6, you must get up at 5. Complete all your exercise and meditation at 6. So then you are hale and healthy. You don't complain of your health issues and you are not becoming emotional. So these 3 qualities are very important for a harmonious life. Understand the purpose of life, the God realization, accept the rest of the family members as they are, and whatever comes into your life, incident or accident, accept it as a divine judgment and modify your lifestyle to suit for the family members without affecting or deviating from the God realization path. You must practice all your meditation, introspection, sublimation, all those things in your time. Then you are sowing a seed for harmonious life. So now, because we have basically coming from an industrial background, see, in Japanese automobile industry, they are perfected a product of car. Today, you know, Japanese are the best cars available in the world with a good price and a perfect car or two-wheeler. How they achieved it? By Deming's wheel. Demings is a scientist. He established a technique called PDCA: plan, do, check, and corrective action. It's like a wheel. So they call it as a Deming's wheel. In our quality circle, they do it. So what is plan? Whatever they want to manufacture it, they plan it. Then they start doing performing. They do the production activity. Then they check at every stage and monitor it. And if it needs any improvement in the quality or the design or the comforts, they again plan again, check, do it again. As planned, they do it, perform the production work. Then they monitor in the quality check, they improve it. So it's a continuous process until they perfect the product. They continue to do it. So that is why it's called as a Deming's wheel. A wheel is rotates. So it's a rotational process. So it's a continuous improvement in the applying the standards from a time frame with a quality improvement and consolidating through the standardization of components as and when they find a difficulty, correct it, check and do it. So they perfect a product. So this is what basically they follow the Deming's wheel. Now what I do in my classroom, why not we apply this Deming's wheel in our family life? So it is, we need a harmonious life, is it? So why don't we apply this Deming's wheel in our life? I just want to give you an example. A newly married couple, when they are invited for relatives' house, they had been there. They served a nice Chiroti Rava Kesari bath. Okay, they enjoyed it. And then all the food, finally, while they were returning back home, the husband is asking the wife, hey, what's the Kesari bath? She knows that it is much better than what she cooks. She knows that this man is just testing me. Okay, she just keeps quiet. The next day, you know what she will do? She will give a ring to that auntie. Auntie, yesterday's that Kesari bath was too good. We really enjoyed it. And I would like to know the recipe, auntie. Very simple, Amma. What is the problem you face? It is a cheroti rava. What is the problem you face? No, ma'am, no, auntie. When I make it becomes, lumps. Oh, don't you fry the rava before doing it? Put a little, add a ghee and fry it to light brown color. Then, it will not become a lumps. Oh, okay, auntie. Thank you very much. She starts doing it immediately. Before his husband comes, she would like to do it, challenging. I will do the cooking. I would like to make the kesari bath. That auntie did it. Okay. She does it. And then the day it has come out well and she offered it to him. As soon as he reached home, it was there in the dining table. He enjoyed it. Oh, good. There is no moss and, and it is nice, but the color and aroma is not to the expectation of that auntie. It is there, but I don't have that aroma what the auntie cooked. No, she got again. Okay, let me see. The next day, as soon as he left, she just rings up to the auntie. Auntie, yesterday, as you told, I fried the rava and then it came out well. But one thing, the color and aroma, I could not get it, auntie. No, very simple, Amma. What is the use for color? I use kesari powder. Don't use kesari powder. You buy the saffron flower, 1 gram. So that you will get it in that particular house in that 8th main. It's a golden thread Rama brand with all that specification she tells. Otherwise, you don't get that color and that aroma. Okay, thank you, auntie. Oh, she goes to the Malleswaram 8th cross. She gets that kesari flower from that particular shop. She gets it back. Started cooking in the evening, and then she just about to add that. When to add? At what stage of cooking I must add the saffron flower? She immediately rings up to the auntie. Auntie, when should I add? Oh, no, yesterday itself you would have actually soaked it in water. The color and aroma would have come. Doesn't matter. Even if you just boil the water, in that time you put it. It's okay. Okay, madam. Thank you. She just put the kesari, the flower, saffron flower, boils it, it has come out very well. Then again, she makes nicely a cup and 2-3, the cashews are fried in ghee and then nicely decorated and kept it on the table. Evening, the husband came. Oh my God, today, it looks very nice. Better than that auntie just gave us. Then he enjoyed it and then he just, oh my God, you learned it. Nice. Okay, now I will come to the point. To challenge in cooking, you take whatever the partner or male or female, whatever it is. I'm just giving an example, that's all. See, we take the challenges to prove our ability and skills to the other partner. But when it comes to a harmonious life, when you get angry, when you get emotional because of your mother-in-law, father-in-law, your children, did you try to solve the problem? Apply this. How you apply this making kesari bath, how much efforts you did it to raise your collar with your life partner. So like that, apply this Deming's wheel. Plan, do, check and corrective action. If you got angry for a certain reason, what is the reason I got angry? Because my daughter is coming late. I told him, as soon as she arrived, you told a complaint about his loving daughter. So he got angry. So next time, what you must do? I must not give a complaint as soon as he entered the house. I must tell in a suitable time when he is in a calm and quiet mood. You explain about it. So she is always coming late. Her classmates or after the after the class hour, they go to a tuition and come back at 7:30. She comes at 8:30. I think something is wrong. I need your attention. When I say, she shouts at me. You always doubt me, mommy. No, I will report it to father. So now you tell him, then next day, no, you do one thing. You just give a solution also. You do one thing, next time you come here, little, you just close your office work little while for the growth, for the harmonious life, harmony in the family. You come back at 6:30 or 7 o'clock and wait. When she comes, you question her why she is late. All the rest of her classmates are coming at 7:30. Why you are taking so much of time? So to solve the problem, use this plan, do, check, corrective action. It's a continuous process. You can solve all the problems. Okay, with this understanding, Swamiji has given us for a harmonious life a 20-point program, 20 points, out of which we are going to discuss only it's about 10 points today. I just chosen some 10 points. So let me start with point number 1. Members of the family should have good physical health, mental health, prosperity and peace. So here what Swamiji says, members of the family, that means not the individual, the husband and wife, role of the husband and wife to take care of the health, physical health, mental health, prosperity and peace. The husband and wife are responsible, and for the rest of the family members, so what they must do, see that they are doing their daily exercise and meditation, cultivate good habits, wake up early, timely eating, punctuality, cleanliness, everything. First, husband and wife must practice it. So you are going to become a role model to the rest of the family members, and you must, by doing that, and just by eat fruits, vegetables, etc. for a balanced diet. When you prepare it, they must eat. So naturally, they are good physical health and mental health, and a balanced life is possible. So the role of the husband and wife: eat fruits, vegetables, and a balanced diet. And you must earn in a very ethical way. So the husband and wife must practice it. The first point. Finally, never raise your voice level. Your voice level must be at a very low decibel. That means don't raise your voice. Don't shout. You are not going to gain anything. By shouting or raising your voice, they are going far ahead of you. You cannot reach them. So then the role of the husband and wife, and the point number 1 is again both mother and father. The husband and wife have a necessary and important role in their lives of their children. Their priority should be God realization. All that required for a child, you must give them. You must set an example, sit and meditate. But they will realize what they are doing. Oh, they are calming down their mind and emotions. So God realization, then they respecting each other and respecting their parents and their children is a must. So you must take care of your family like this. Health is the greatest gift, contentment and greatest wealth for a best relationship and a harmonious life. So point number 2, the husband and wife must have a trustworthy relationship, having no secret between them. Most importantly, financial matters. So what are they? The role of husband and wife: earning. In financial matter is earning. We earn, but today most of them, they don't disclose their pay slip, e-pay slip or direct pay slip. Whenever even the public sectors, when we conduct harmonious family in the classrooms, most of the women, they say, sir, I don't know what is his take home salary. No, simply they say, whatever you want, I'll give you money. So this is what is the problem today. Earning. So what she will do, anyhow, whenever you ask money, I'll give you. Why do you want my salary slip? Then she goes for a, oh, my husband earns so much. She don't know what he is earning. She goes for a chit fund. She for the future, thinking of the future, she goes for a, a jewelry chit and a clothing chit, whatever it is, she just invests. One day after 6 months or 8 months, when she asks, give me 2,000 rupees for a gold chit. I'm sorry, I don't have money. I don't have that much of money. When I asked you in the beginning of our life, you said whenever you ask, you give me. I'll give you, but it is not happening. So because you don't disclose your salary and your income, this leads to disharmony in life. So earning must be disclosed to the life partner. Then next is spending. No discrimination. Spending, we do it, but spending, what we do, spending, my son, my daughter, your son, your daughter, that discrimination in the family and our relationships. It's my family, it's your family, and friends and relatives, my friends, and things like that. So spending should be uniform, no discrimination. If there is a discrimination, your harmony is lost. Finally, saving. Saving, I will just go one step ahead. It should be a joint bank account. Then he or she knows what is the balance available in that account. And buying a property also, if it is joint, then the harmony is, whatever he is doing it is for the welfare of the family. So joint bank account, buying any property should be joint. So what Swamiji says, earning, spending, and saving, these three are the financial matters, and that should be transparent. And I will move on to the point number 4. Do not accumulate excess wealth for generations. People today, they accumulate. I need, for my son, I need this house. For my daughter, I need to buy a house when and she gets up, to marriage. I need a site. I have to sell that site and arrange her marriage. All these things, accumulation of wealth for generations, and that is going to cause the children will put behind bars. Today it is happening. They become lazy. They become lethargy because they got generations. Your parents have earned money. They go to drug addiction. These all we are facing in today's lifestyle. And entering in an unlawful activities, lending money for higher interest. And if you have enough money, go in for a cine field or making a movie, making a loss, making bad relationships. So accumulating excess wealth for generations causes a lot of problems in life. So the harmony in life is lost. So Swamiji says, do not accumulate excess wealth for generations. So I'll go to move on to point number 6. Follow the honest and moral means of earning. In that, what is the role of husband and wife? Ill-earned money will give you illness. Well-earned money will give you wellness. If that is the case, one should not earn money in an illegal way. Corruption, under the table, and gambling, higher rate of interest, cheating the public, to make a money lending business, or a business like land development, promoting something. All these things, government property, cheating, all these things are ill-earned money that will give you illness. A well-earned money will give you wellness. So follow honest and moral means of earning. In this, I would like to share a small incident with A.P. Kalam. When he was in some part of Karnataka in a school, he's asking, he was just delivering a lecture. At the end of the lecture, in question and answer session, one girl stood up. Sir, kindly tell me, how can I avoid the corruption in the society? Then immediately Kalam said, it is in your hands. How is it possible? Sir, what can we do? We are not earning money. How can we stop corruption? No, good thing. Now I make you to think. You know your parent's salary. This is what? Say X rupees. Within that, you will have to study, you will have to buy your things, food, the family maintenance, everything to be carried out. It is impossible to buy a scooter or a laptop or an iPhone to you. Your demand is so much, then he has to go for the illegal way of making money. Corruption under the table. For his work he is doing, government's work, he takes money. So now you understood. So stop asking the luxury goods beyond your parents' earnings. If you do that, totally you can eliminate corruption in the next few years of time. So now just look at it. Now all children, look, ill-earned money will give you illness. A well-earned money will give you wellness. Don't expect anything beyond your parents' earnings. And the 9th point for a harmonious life, understand one's family members by respecting the other suggestions and views. It is like purchasing a car or purchasing any item, any gadgets for your house. Suppose a TV, a 52 inches TV. When you want to buy it, ask your grown-up children. Maybe you are a breadwinner of the family. You both decide and go and buy it. Don't do it. You ask for a grown-up children. They have the idea. They are also going to use that. They have their friends and relatives, friends' houses they might have seen. They are very clever. They are very intelligent. So before purchasing the material, get the ideas of your children or your parents, those who are at home. So thereby you can avoid conflicts. Just asking them is enough. Then whatever the funds available, you can buy it. Then they don't mind. Oh, my dad and mom, they asked me what to buy it. So I told them, but they said funds are not enough. They bought this TV. They will accept it. Without talking to them, without asking their suggestions, ideas and views, if you buy anything, that's it. Then they will never use it. If something goes wrong, they will say, you did it, you go and do it. You go and get it done. You don't get the help of the children and the rest of the family members. So in preparing the food and organizing your family functions, before doing it, suggestions, ideas and opinions, just talking to them, getting their suggestion views will avoid lot of conflicts and the harmonious life will be established. Then we'll move on to the point number 10. Consider others' opinion, can avoid conflicts due to need, time, quality, and method. Suppose the wife says, see, I'm also a working woman. So what we'll do, we will go for a front loading machine. Okay. Why? She says, a front loading machine, I don't need to wait, whatever the clothes coming, just dump it and go. But if she is a wife, a homemaker, she don't prefer the front loading. She prefers a top loading machine. After half late, the child goes in, the last minute, if they put it, I can open the door and put it. So the front loading is useful for both of them are going for a job, husband and wife. The top loading is useful for the homemaker. She is at home. So she tells, I am, next 1 year, I would like to be at home. We are planning for a child. So for that reason, I would like to go for a top loading machine. Then he forgets it. He goes to the office, then, buy 10 machines, 1 machine free. So then the cost of the share comes down from say 25,000, it comes to 22,000 and something plus is all these things done. So forgetting the wife's basic demand and proper reasoning, he forgets for 3,000 rupees. He just goes for a front loading machine. The need is there. Time, okay. Quality, she asked top loading. The method is I will pay it from my salary, okay. But what you did, Whatever you have accepted with your life partner, you didn't go for a top loading machine because a few thousand rupees you have accepted for a front loading machine. So now what will happen? Among the family member, the quality, time and method, you have just violated. You didn't. So what happens? There is a conflict. As soon as the machine comes, she will not use the machine. So you'll have to do it. Even after getting the machine, the harmony in the family is lost. So need, time, quality and method, and whatever the commitments you have done, it to be honored. The user to be respected, to avoid conflicts and fights. So respect the user is very, very important. Then we'll go to the point number 15. Try to forget the incident caused due to harsh words and demeaning behavior. Abandon harsh words uttered by any family member or the husband or wife should be ignored as though they are not spelled out or you did not hear it. So how to do it? Forgive and forget. Everybody has got some issues physically, mentally. In that state of mind, they would have uttered a word. Don't take it so seriously. It is my father, it's my mother, it's my children, it's my family member. I must forgive and forget. If you don't forget the family member, you're living with you for so many years, who else you can do it? So forgive and forget. And as though if they say something, what Swamiji says in Worry class also, just ignore it as though you don't heard it. So with that, you avoid lot of conflicts. Adjustment, tolerance and sacrifice is required in this area. Forget the incident caused due to harsh words and demeaning behavior. So with that, we'll move on to the next 17th point. See, prioritize the family interest. Very important one. Be prepared to drop or postpone one's idea, even if it is good, if it is not synchronizing with the wishes of one's life partner. Where, sir? It is in a marriage of your daughter or son. Maybe you have your sister's son. You might have seen the boy about 5-6 years back. He has gone abroad. And you don't know the way in which he lives, his lifestyle, we don't know. But your daughter, she is not interested in going to US or UK, any other country. She wanted to live in the country. She wanted to live with the parents. Only one daughter. Mommy, I don't want to go. I would love to live with you. I don't want to go there. No, he's a very good boy, earning well. I would like to, whenever, when you go there, when you're conceived and carrying, we come there as a, as a caretaker or an something, we come there, we also get an opportunity to see. Most parents today, they think they get an opportunity to go abroad and see all that thing when their children are there. It's a wrong concept. And today, if your daughter is not interested, stop it. So even if the one's idea is good, if she is not interested, don't go. Even maybe the son, we don't know. But your sister's son, well educated, qualified, earning a lot of money. If she is not interested, drop the idea. And the next one is constructing a house. In which area? What is the square foot you want? What is the money you are going to invest? If your life partner is not interested in that place, in that area, no, why do we want to go for such a big house? When she gets married, she is going there away. Then we both, live in this such about 3,000 square foot house. We may have money, but why do we do that? But then she's not going to live when we grow old. Then who has to take care of the entire house? The maintenance of the house. Why? If she says no, drop it. Then the harmony is established. So that is why even if the idea is good, postpone until your life partner accepts it. 100, you do this kind of a major investment, or it is a life of your daughter or son. What you must do is just be both the parents, both the husband and wife, if they agree together 100%, then you proceed further, then they help each other. Even though there is a problem in her life or in buying this house, they don't blame each other. Doesn't matter. We will together face the problem. So be prepared to drop or postpone one's idea, even if it is good. Finally, the 18th point. Husband and wife should not find fault within themselves, especially in the newly married couple. What Swamiji says, no, I will just go ahead. In today's world, as soon as, you are working, both men and women are working together. As soon as they get married, when they go to their office after their holidays, then immediately their friends, they will ask, hey, how is your life partner, hubby? If she says, okay, then you are at wrong. You did a mistake. Do not disclose to anyone about the weakness of your life partner. You have only chosen it. You'll have to live with that. Accept it as a divine judgment. Do not disclose any weakness of your life partner to your parents or to your friends and relatives. It's very important. Otherwise, you lose the image. And do not gossip or complain about it. Your silly, your in-laws about the silly things. Then they will, if you go and tell, no, ma, he just comes, one day I saw him after coming back from a meeting at 10 o'clock. He had some liquor. Oh, he has got that habit. I never thought that he is drinking. So then, the next day, their in-laws will have a bad opinion about your husband. So these are all some certain silly things. Then you try to correct it. Do not gossip or do not complain about such a silly things to their parents, is both for husband and wife. You need to manage, discuss with it. If it's only once in a while it happened, doesn't matter, forget it. So it's very important. Otherwise, you lose the image at home, with your friends, and in your in-laws' place. Okay. Then point number 19. Do not argue. Very, very important point. You just make a small banner and put it in your house. Point number 19 in the 20-point harmonious life. Do not argue or quarrel in presence of children. You know what will happen? The consequences. Number one, you will never earn respect till you have lost breath. You will never earn respect till you have lost breath. You know why? You fight in presence of your children now. When they grow up, when they get married, you old, you are at about 65, 70, when you know, why do you fight with your newly married wife? And then immediately, your son will say, I've seen you fighting with mother. Don't tell me. No advice from your end. You have no right to give your advice. So you lost. And number two, your children will not love you. They will not respect you. They will not love you. And number three, children lose their interest in marriages. Today, children, they get married at the age of 30, 28 and 30. They are almost back under their healthy life, the reproductive life. They lost it. Why? Because they saw marriage is a license given to fight. So they lose the interest. No, why should I live? That is why in most Western countries, they call it as DINK. Double income, no kids. So these all things to avoid it. In our culture, it was very nicely designed and we are portrayed it. We are working on it. We are living peacefully and happily. So let us not fight in presence of children. Then by the end of our career, we don't get respect, they don't love us, and our children, they lose their interest in marriages. So do not fight in presence of children. And some of the common facts I would like to discuss. This is very interesting. The common facts. 841. Okay. The reason for all small fights. Do you know? It is voice. You know, when somebody, husband enters in the house and he will ask, a clever, a sky Vedatrian husband, a sky practitioner, as soon as he enters the house, hello, who is at home? I'm so thirsty. Can anyone get me a cup of water? Oh, father has come with, tired. Let me go and give it. Daddy, I will give. Your son and daughter, wife, they will running with a cup of water. This is voice. If the voice becomes noise. Hey, who's there in the house? Watching mobile and TV. Get me a cup of water. It is noise. You need only a cup of water. With politely, coolly, they said 3 people are running towards you with a cup of water. And now, if the voice becomes noise, only one letter, V becomes N, you draw a line, that's all. When it becomes a noise, that's it. All small fights starts in the family because of voice. This is what the research article says. When the voice becomes noise, small fight starts in the family. So never raise your voice, never raise your decibel. Okay, the next common factor. See, a bird needs to pluck both the wings simultaneously. Then only the bird can reach the destination. So both the wings are husband and wife. If the husband and wife synchronously, when they swing their wings, they're thinking they can reach the goal of life. The husband, the 2 wings of the bird is like husband and wife. Think together, act together, work together. You can realize the goal of life. Harmony in the family is established. Then another example is like a boat having 2 rows. If the 2 rows are put synchronously, simultaneously, then you can reach the other end of the river. You can go along the river. You can go against the river by rowing synchronously. If only with the husband only puts all the efforts, then the wife sitting quiet, or the wife is putting all the efforts and husband sitting quiet, the boat, one row, if we just use it, it will not move further. It gets stagnated. It only moving around. So your life gets stagnated. The purpose of life, realization of self, is stagnated. So for that, what we must do, think together, work together, synchronously. Then another common fact. What is this? It's a rocking chair. What is the philosophy behind it? You might have seen in villages, even though there may not be a poor family at the out of the hall, that is going to be on the a cement made back. The man will, the head of the family will come and rest after the dinner. This is the middle income group. So there will be a rocking chair. Who will sit in this rocking chair? The head of the family. When he will come and sit in the rocking chair, end of the day, he just goes around in making money to take care of the comforts, lifestyle, business, everything. He just runs around. So at the end of the day, after having dinner, he just comes, sits in the chair. The wife will follow him with the betel leaves, the packet in a dabba. She comes, sits very close to the husband. She starts rocking the chair, pushes the chair, it rocks. So he feels that he is moving, rocking because he's always used to move. So he feels that he's moving, but he cannot move. He's in one place. So the now wife starts folding the betel leaves to his taste, gives 1, 2, 3. Now his mouth is full. He cannot talk. Now this happens about few minutes. This base, look at the quality time they spend, what she gives. 3, 1, 2, 3. Now his mouth is full. Now it is her time. You know what she will ask? See, your brother came and asked for, about 3,000 rupees. Shall I give? Give me 1. No, he cannot speak. So he will say, no, 3, 1. Okay. Then he will say, we have these, the paddy for the next sowing, we have about 5 bags. He is asking 2 bags. Can I give? No, give him 1. I already promised. No, the other man, I promised 3. Give me 1. No, he will say, he cannot talk. So then so-and-so came for a marriage invitation. They gave a marriage invitation. Then when we are going, all these things, that day's problem, she just sits closer to him, gets all the answers. He is the head of the family and she is the head of the family in his absence. Okay, that's all. Her job is over. She will get up and go inside. That's all. And this man will be rocking slowly. That's all. And the next day morning when it comes, his brother will come. I asked your brother. No, he told me to give only 1,000. So I will give you 1 bag of, the paddy for sowing it. Oh no, this problem, all the problems are solved. The previous day's problems are solved today. They spend a quality time. See, these are all the philosophy behind the rocking chair. So now today, the husband and wife, are we sitting together? We are sitting in front of the television, watching all the serials, sitting in front of the television, good for nothing. You don't spend a quality time. So all the problems gets accumulated. One day it will break into pieces. You fight each other. You never told me. You never asked me. You, as soon as you come back, you sitting in front of the TV and watching. So all these things can be avoided. So what to do? Sit together. Spend a quality time. Walk together. Cook together. If your husband is free, give him the garlic and ask him to peel the garlic. By the time you talk to him, the day's problem and get the solution to it. So if both are working, both are employed, together you have to spend a quality time. So that is going to help to solve the day-to-day issues and problems. Okay. Then finally a story. I will conclude this one with a story. It's a very interesting story. You will judge your lifestyle now. Okay. With this, I will start the story. Now, the main lifestyle means with your understanding of husband and wife. Okay. Husband and wife, they don't have an issue for 10 years. So with all going around the temples and whatnot, IVF treatment, they have a child. After 10 years, they have a child, and now the child is 10 years, 10-year-old. One day, the child goes for a severe, a temperature runs into 102 or 3, something like pneumonia. Then they just consult a doctor. Doctor says, it's about 102 or 3 temperature. I cannot do anything. You apply something, wet cloth, and then see that the temperature comes down. Then only I can do any treatment. So he just asked the parents to take care of the child. Give these medicines, and you take care of the child. And once the temperature comes down, I will definitely look into it. So he just applies leave day and night. Both. They take care of the child. 3 days are over. The 3rd day, the temperature drops from 103.4 to 99. Now, the husband says, see, I have a lot of work in the factory or my office. So I have to go tomorrow morning. So you please take care of him. It is only 99 temperature. The doctor I consulted, no problem. Today evening you bring him. I'll take care of the rest of what are the treatment required. I'll take care. Now he has some problems, in the asthma. So he's taking some Siddha or some medicine, Siddha medicine. So the medicine is opened, and the medicine supposed to be administered for the child is also in the same place. He goes in the morning wearing all the desert shoes, and I said, take care of the child. I'm just going to the office. Now the wife, house homemaker, okay, don't worry, I will take care of the child. Then the child, she just looks at the child, the child is sleeping comfortably. Then she thinks, okay, before he gets up, let me go and take my bath. She gets inside the bathroom, closing the doors, gets inside the bathroom. The child gets up. Oh my God, 3 days parents are, tirelessly they were taking care of me. I must not give even a small work to my mother. So let me take my medicine. He takes the medicine which belongs to the father. So the child consumes the medicine. It's a very powerful medicine, maybe an Ayurveda Siddha medicine, somebody prepared it. So it is for a asthma, heavy asthma problem, lung disease. So it becomes a poison to that boy. As soon as he took the medicine, he started vomiting, foam coming out of the mouth. Then as soon as he come out of the bathroom, taking bath, she looks at the child, and foam coming out, the tongue is slowly came out. Then she was surprised. Then she just runs towards the doctor and just tell, this is what has happened. I'm sorry, ma, I cannot do anything. It's a poison. The medicine acts as a poison because the health condition is very bad. So I cannot save your child. Now the child is dead. No more. Now she comes back home. The child is just kept in the hall, the dead body. Now the message goes to the husband. She is waiting for the husband. Now this is the situation now. Now, what is running in your mind? As he looked at his wife, as soon as he entered into the house, what the husband will say? What is running in your mind? Oh, it is my mistake and blah, blah, whatever it is. No, he utters 4 words. He utters 4 words. You know what are they? Now, what is running in your mind is different. You know what the husband says? I still love you. It was a shocking statement to the wife. I still love you. Those who are sitting around, they were surprised to hear such a statement. I still love you. Then, okay, burial, everything is over at the end of the day and the night, the wife is asking the husband, what made you? How come you said it? I still love you. I was thinking that as soon as you entered, you screamed, you will shout at me. But instead of that, you said, I still love you. What made you to say that? Now, he is actually a Kundalini yogi. You know what he said? No, the gone is gone. You cannot get him back. We are going to live together in the next, I don't know how many years. So, in that case, if I scold you, is there any meaning? So that is why I said, gone is gone, happened is happened. We cannot get him back. So I said, I still love you. So let us live together peacefully and happily. So that is what Swamiji says, harmonious life. Harmony in the family is very essential for God realization. Very, very essential for God realization. That is why I said it beautifully. So now you all will think, I was thinking he will come and shout at me, it is my mistake. But see, when you realize and you entered in this spiritual practice, you really controlled and guided by the divinity. So then we are going to live together. So that is why I said, I still love you. Okay. The conclusion: a harmonious living couple can achieve anything in the world which other relations cannot do so. It's very important. A harmonious living couple can achieve anything. It's a God realization. So Kundalini Yoga is Kudumba Yoga. It's a family yoga. With that only you can realize it's very comfortable. Caring, sharing, everything will take place. So for a family peace to exist, each member of the family should perform their duties with due understanding. The 20 points for a harmony in the family, please follow it. Take a printout and keep it on the main hall. Then if you fight, husband and wife, if the fight, you know what your son or daughter will say, Amma, look at the point number 19. Is this what the Swamiji has taught you? You are fighting each other. So that will help you to overcome. So a family in which there is a peace, there is peace and is conflict free. Such a family is an artistically designed temple. The family is like a temple where the God dwells. So harmonious, a harmonious family, in a family where the God lives, where there is harmony. So such a family where peaceful, contented life is established and peace prevails in the sweet family. A peaceful family can lead all those persons in the family to a spiritual lane. You can practice, make others also to practice. You help each other to realize the ultimate goal of human birth. Learn and practice Vedatriyam to reach the ultimate goal of human birth, the God realization. So be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. God bless you all. With the grace, by the grace of divine, we will all enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, prosperity, wisdom and peace. Be blessed by the divine. Thank you very much for your patient hearing and sharing the knowledge about our acquired so many years. Thank you very much.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. Our senior professor explained nicely about the family peace with 10 points as tips to follow our daily routine life without affecting the daily routine work to attain harmony in the family. Let us make use of it to lead a happy life. Thank you so much, Professor. On behalf of all the listeners, we thank you, Professor, for your wonderful speech on what harmony in life. Now, the forum is open for discussions. Please click the raise hand button in your Zoom app to ask your questions. While you prepare for your questions, we have a few important announcements to make. Given the seriousness of developing immunity, please emphasize all your near and dear ones to learn and practice Kayakalpa Yoga. You can easily learn Kayakalpa Yoga from your home by visiting the website kayakalpayoga.edu.in or by downloading the Android application Kayakalpa Yoga by World Community Service Center IT. Now, kundalini.edu.in is the website for learning Sky Yoga through online. Check the website, register for the courses. Our monthly journal Anbuli is also available in the Android app. You may download the Anbuli app from the Android Play Store. Get access to the premium content of Swamiji speeches at your nominal subscription. Connect with us on Facebook and YouTube at Sky Yoga TV to listen to all past speeches for our beloved professors for free. Karma Yoga principles of Vedatriyam suggest donating 1% of income to the good cause of society. As some of you are aware, these donations are not expenditure but investment. You get more than what you pay as a good karma. We invite you to donate to the World Community Service Center either through the Anvali app or through our official website vedatri.edu.in. Section 80G exemptions are available for these donations. We take this opportunity to thank the donors who made such contributions. Now, forum is open for question and answer session. Please introduce yourself with your name and place. We request you to state your question directly. Rudresh, you may unmute your mic.
My name is Rudresh.
Yeah.
Actually, my wife is not ready to join this Sky Yoga.
Yeah.
What to do? You can let me know. And secondly, and already we have done many things that is like fighting, eating already in front of our children many times and in almost 25 years. So how is it reversible or what is the remedy and how we can do further?
Right. Be blessed by the divine. See, Mr. Rudresh, nice question. To bring your wife to this fold or this forum or to learn sky meditation, you must practice it very sincerely. All the practices, all that you are learned in simplified Kundalini Yoga. If you don't have complaints about your health, your emotions, and you always love everybody, and you plan your activity and live, that only will attract your family members to come back and learn simplified Kundalini Yoga, sky system. Unless you practice it, by only just simply calling, they will not come. All your, previously a lot of other issues, you overcome all the issues by learning and practicing it. Then it will attract the rest of the family members to come and learn. Even if it is not, please understand, we have come alone. We are going to go alone. After putting all your efforts, after giving blessing and everything, even if it is not materializing, accept it as a divine judgment. You practice it sincerely and realize self. That's number one. And the number two, whatever the sinful acts you have committed for a period of time, 25 years, all that fighting and whatnot. See, it is possible to modify your lifestyle. Do Ajna, Turiyam and Turyadit meditation sincerely. You can purify your Akamiya karma, Sanchita karma and Prarabdha karma. It is possible. Please understand, we have come alone. We are going to go alone. We are unique in this nature. And like you, there is nobody in this world. So better purify yourself and just realize self. Forget about it. Go ahead. God will help you and guide you.
Thank you so much, sir. Any questions? Any more questions? Okay. If no more questions, we can conclude the session. Thank you, Professor, for answering all the questions. Once again, we thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts this evening. Dear Sky Meditators, let's come to Duriya stage to thank our professor for meditation and speech. For meditation, Professor Jamuna Mani. For speech, Sky Senior Professor C. Satyamurthy sir. Be blessed by the divine. Their good health, be blessed by the divine. Their loving family, be blessed by the divine. Their divine services, be blessed by the divine. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. Please keep enlightening us with such more valuable and interesting topics. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed, be divine. We are happy to bring online programs live from the RER Temple of Consciousness tomorrow on Tuesday, 22nd September 2020. 5:30 a.m. 9 Center Meditation in Tamil. 6 a.m. Exercise in Tamil. 7 a.m. 9 Center Meditation in English. 11 a.m. Speech in Tamil on the topic Moolamum Mudivum. Professor Bhaskar from Kodalur. Evening program 6 p.m. Turyadida meditation in Tamil. 6:30 p.m. morning speech read telecast. 7:30 p.m. we have Turyadida meditation in Malayalam. 7:55 p.m. speech in Malayalam on topic of eradication of worries by Professor Hanishal H.S. Umali. We thank our beloved President Padma Shri Arulidi S.K. Mailanandam for his leadership and guidance. See you tomorrow. This is Shivashankari Perumal from the RER World Community Service Center, ITT. Be blessed by the divine. Good night.
Be blessed by the divine. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.